chain on you, bro. He thought you was gonna do something to him. I lost all respect for that man. And I'm scratching my head processing like, he did just have a chain on, didn't he? Damn, his ass a bitch on phone now. We get the all night call. Everybody like, damn, phone, y'all just saw some bitch ass shit. Oh man, for why young buck just tuck your chain on me? Everybody like, nah, you front your shit. And then I just have to make a mental note like, his ass a bitch. Like, but respectfully though, like.
Yep, that was Rico Recklezz talking about Young Buck, the former G-Unit artist. But this is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. So, the lowdown of this story is, in 2017, Rico Recklezz was in the studio with Drummer Boy, and Young Buck was gonna be there in the studio. So basically what happened is Young Buck spoke to Rico on the phone and said, yo Rico, I've got like 20 choppers here in the studio, come chill with us, blah blah blah. Yeah, Rico Recklezz was weirded out that he said all that gun stuff, but he went there anyway. They chilled in the studio, and apparently Young Buck was just talking, and they were there for like 2 hours together. And Young Buck apparently did not have a chain on at that time when they were there together for 2 hours. When Rico Recklezz left the studio, he forgot his phone, so he went back in the studio, and then he saw that Young Buck had a chain. Literally, he just walked out the studio, and Buck didn't have a chain on. Then he goes back, and he has a chain on. So that's when Rico Recklezz just recently in other platforms, on No Jumper, and some other platforms, started talking about the story about Buck being scared and tucking his chain in. But here's the audio of what Rico Recklezz actually said.
But let me just tell y'all what the fuck happened. Phone and grade. Nigga, I was going to the motherfucking studio one time, nigga, I was up in Atlanta, nigga, and I think I was in the studio with like Drummer Boy or somebody. So he was on the phone with Young Buck. Young Buck like pass on the phone. So he get on the phone. He said, yeah, Rico, you up there? And I'm coming with 100 choppers, nigga. I'm coming up there, nigga. So I'm like, what you say that for? Anyway, I don't know. I guess we're trying to be cool because I was from Chicago, whatever though. But so in the studio, him with and like a couple niggas and shit. I was supposed to do a song with him and shit. But he come to the studio telling me his whole life story and all type. By the time he got done in front of shit, I ain't want to do no song no more. So I'm finna leave and shit. Bang. I end up leaving my phone. I come back in that motherfucking phone grade. Folk got his whole chain on. And he had a chain doing the whole motherfucking studio session. Of course, a nigga not finna want to admit no shit like that. I don't want to admit no shit like that either. Like, and it's a difference. Alright, sometimes cause we got J on. Sometimes you might just have your J on and you throw your hoodie on or something, and you like, you know, be leaving your hoodie like you don't even be thinking too much of it. But my thing was that made me realize that he really tucked this shit on. It's because for one, the whole studio session he was trying to explain to me how gangster he was. And before he came to it, he come with 100 choppers. Like, nigga, what the fuck is 100 choppers for? I'm in this bitch by myself. It was me and Cream in the studio. And then this how I know that he really did that though, on phone and grade, because all I did was literally leave my phone. So I leave, go to the car, and tell the phone, man, I left my phone. I go back in there. 1 second later, gang, his whole J out. Like, come on, bro. Ain't no 1 second later, you just not thought about it, man. You been in the studio with me then. I put 2 hours before this. Fuck on, man. So lying bitch ass on.
Now, of course, the internet started talking that Young Buck is a bit soft and he was scared, so on and so forth. So Young Buck, of course, got online. He responded to these kind of like allegations or questions about his character. And here's what Young Buck had to say.
This one time, cause nigga just said something to my phone. I don't know no nigga named Rico Recklezz, Chicago rapper. I ain't never tuck a chain in my life for no nigga. If I tucked it in, it's cause I wanted to, but nigga, I don't even know these niggas. A lot of these niggas and bitches and whatever the fuck, they be popping a lot of shit. So keep it 100, my nigga. Like, I'm the type of nigga, if it's shit for real, if it really happened, I'ma stand on, I'ma say, yeah. But other than that, man, y'all niggas, man, leave me alone, man, cause when you niggas see me in real life, man, you niggas make sure your energy be well. You left for that, cause I'ma get on whatever level you niggas get on. And that's on my mama life now.
Now, Spider Low, who was a good friend of Young Buck when they were on G-Unit, I think Young Buck was actually the one that brought Spider Low into G-Unit. And I think Spider Low's actually said that him and Buck were like the closest in terms of all the relationships he had at the unit when he was there. But Spider Low actually co-signed that he believes Rico Recklez's story about Young Buck talking about how gangster he is and then getting scared and stuff like that. Here's what Spider Low had to say.
Look, you seen this shit with Rico Recklezz?
Yeah, man, I believe it.
Sitting there saying
I know the guy.
I'm glad we got you on here. So we
Buck
can talk
Jenner,
about
I
it.
believe he tucked his chain. Shout out to Rico Recklezz. I don't know him. Don't know nothing about him other than that story. I know the guy he was talking about, the details he included, that small amount of time, going to the car, coming back, seeing what he saw. I know David. I believe it. On my mama. He said he was in the studio for hours, chilling, whoop-de-whoop. He said he came there to do music with Young Buck. But, like I could believe, he said the nigga Young Buck that I know got to talking so much about how gangster he was. He got uninterested with working him. He said he came there like, this Young Buck, I'm finna work with him. Yeah. He said, but the nigga got to talking about how much gangster he was. I didn't want to hear all that shit. I got tired. I'm like, we out of here. He said, so when we leave the studio, he said, I get to the car and like, damn, I forget my phone. He said, we been here a couple of hours, cuz. He said, I go right back to get my phone, and this nigga got a chain out that ain't been out the whole time I was there. He said, I go to the car, come back. I've been there 2 hours, chain tucked, now I'm out. It's out. So he was like a real nigga, like, nigga, you been tucking.
So, you know, it's not looking good for Buck, you know. People ain't believing him. People co-signing Rico Recklez's story. But Rico Recklezz was on Vlad just recently, double downing on this story, calling Buck names a little bit, but also showing Buck some respect. But overall, it's not a good interview for Buck again. But here's the audio from Rico's recent interview with Vlad.
People want like, you gotta lie. If I want to lie about somebody, why wouldn't I lie about somebody like Drake or somebody, or lie about somebody who like at the top of the game doing some shit? If I'm gonna tell a lie about Young Buck for, that's like me lying about my fucking crackhead ass uncle for no reason. Hey, uncle, remember you said give me some ones? And you're like, no, you didn't. Like that. I'm not finna lie on my uncle. I'm not finna lie on no dumb shit. So I'm in the studio, bang. Drum boy like, man, Young Buck on the phone. Holla at him. He said he's finna come up here. He said, bro, that man just had his chain out, bro. He didn't have his chain on the whole time we been in the studio with him for 2 hours, bro. He didn't have nothing chain on, bro. That man had it. It ain't like he took his hoodie off nothing. He pulled that motherfucker out now, bro. Just tucked his chain on you, bro. He thought you was gonna do something to him. I lost all respect for that man. And I'm scratching my head processing like, he did just have a chain on, didn't he? Damn, his ass a bitch on phone now. We get the all night call everybody like, damn, phone, y'all just saw some bitch ass shit. I saw some rap. Then I just happened to make a mental note like, his ass a bitch. Like, but respectfully though, like, you called, said you finna show up with 100 choppers. I never even initiated. I had one pistol on me. It's a defense mechanism, like, to be like, yeah, they gonna think I'm a gangster now. Like, but he said this though, and if I did tuck it, it's because I wanted to. You ain't peep that part.
Yeah, so there you go, you know. I mean, look, Buck's been in the news recently for bad things. If it's not bankruptcy, it's a fight with Afro Man affiliate. So what, he tucked in his chain in 2017 when he saw a young Chicago rapper coming through. He was probably a bit scared. Buck ain't no young man no more. Do you know what I mean? He can't be scrapping every 2 minutes like he used to be in his 20s. So he tucked his chain in. Yeah, it's not a good look. Maybe the chain was too shiny. He didn't want to blind everybody in the studio. So he tucked the chain in, and then when everyone left, he brought the chain out, okay? Maybe he was doing everybody's eyes a good favor. Who knows? Who knows? But Buck better be careful with Rico. I heard the boy got hands. But let's see if Young Buck has a response to this latest interview from Rico on DJ Vlad. Because obviously Vlad's got a big platform. I doubt it though. But let me know in the comments what you lot think. Do you think Buck tucked his chain in? Was he that shook for the young man coming to the studio? Or do you think Rico clout chasing? Leave a comment below, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.